Welcome back to Morsels and Motors. Today is the 4th of August and tomorrow is a very exciting day for the Metro because it's MOT day, and this is the first MOT under my ownership since all the recommissioning work that I did to it, so I'm a little bit nervous. So I'm going to do a couple of pre-MOT checks now, so in order to do that we need to get the 245 out of the way. Right, let's get the star of the show out. Right, well, she starts and runs, that's a good start, so let's get on and do a few checks. First things first, let's just mention these little things here, which are some headrests which I've acquired from a very good friend of mine very recently. They're not going to be a permanent feature in the car, but he found them in the right colour and just wanted me to have them for a bit of safety if we're going on long journeys, that kind of thing. So they won't be staying permanently, but it's nice to have them at least. First little check is fuel. Yep, we're about half a tank, so that means that we won't run out of fuel halfway through the MOT. I probably better tidy up a little bit and hide the 80 cigarettes and my show display pass. And whilst we're in the car, I suppose the first thing to test, the first thing to test is the horn. Yep, that works. Second thing is the wipers, the squirters. Let's see if they work. Yes, that's good. Next is indicators and lights, so I'll let you be my judge of that. So that's side lights, dipped beam, main beam, and then right indicator and left indicator. Let's have a look on the rear. Brakes twice, and we have side lights, which I don't think should activate in the back, main lights on in the back, fog light, hazard lights, and finally reversing light. And let's not forget the pesky little number plate light. Are we working? They are working. Another little check is tyre pressures and rust. I know there's no rust on the car because I inspected it underneath really not that long ago, and I know the tyre pressures are correct because I pumped them up not that long ago as well. So the final little checks are the underbonnet ones. Firstly, is the battery secure? Very secure, and the terminals are also tight. That's good. You may not be able to see, but there's plenty of screen wash, so that's good. So coolant level you can't actually see because this plastic seems to have darkened over time, so you just need to take the top off. And hopefully, maybe not, you can, but in there definitely the fluid level is, I can dip my finger in it, so that's fine. Last thing to check is the oil level, so let's get the dipstick out. That's the first reading. We'll give it a little clean, put it back in, and yep, that looks like it is just below the maximum, so that's perfect. Okay, so that's pre-MOT checks done. All seems to be fine. We're now in the hands of the MOT station. Skip to tomorrow. Right, it is the next morning, so let's get to the MOT station. Right, parked at the MOT parking at Station Road Garage. Let's see how it gets on. So I've left the car at the garage. I am just walking from the garage, which is kind of in the middle of a field on an old farm. I'm just going to walk and get a coffee whilst I wait. So I am actually a little bit nervous about this MOT. Two aspects, because I did everything myself. So the two aspects are the brakes. I've never worked on brakes before until I refurbished the brakes on this car. So I completely stripped and rebuilt the front calipers, put new wheel cylinders on the back, bled it, completely new brake fluid, new brake shoes on the back, everything's new. It does stop really well, so hopefully it should be fine. And then the other one is emissions. So I took the carburettor apart, I serviced it, put all new seals, all the new rubber bits, cleaned it, and put it back together again and set it all up myself. So I'm a little concerned about emissions. It might be a bit high, I don't know. It runs really sweetly, it doesn't seem to be too rich, it doesn't seem to be too lean. I use the Gunson colour tune to do it, and it sort of seems to be about right. So hopefully I've set it up right and it will pass the MOT at the levels that are appropriate for 1983, but we'll see. Right, just walking back to the garage, let's see what has happened. Right, I'm walking back to the car. An MOT pass, yay! Completely clean, no advisories. Let's have a look at the emissions page. Where are we? Oh, that's fine. 2.27% and 725. Okay, the hydrocarbons are maybe a little bit high, but yeah, the happy with the CO level 2.25, that 27. That's exactly where it's supposed to be. Fan-bloody-tastic. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Really happy that all my work has paid off and has resulted in a nice clean MOT pass. Yay! Right, well, all that remains me to do is to say goodbye to you and then drive home with a year's MOT. Yay! See you soon. Bye. I wanted to add a little postscript to this video, which is just that I wanted to dedicate it to my very good friend Mac McFarlane, who very sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago. Mac was a stalwart of the Volvo world, especially the Volvo 340 world. And yes, this isn't a Volvo video, but his encouragement and his knowledge and his assistance has got me where I am today in my ability to do things with cars. When I first met Mac in about 2009, I knew nothing much about cars and I was terrified. And Mac spent many days with me when he popped over here to my driveway, and we worked on little bits and pieces together, little projects together. So yeah, without him I wouldn't know anything about cars. So Mac, wherever you are, we all miss you and we raise a glass to you.